The Minto US Open Pickleball Championships powered by Margaritaville certainly is one of a kind. Unbelievable. And if you know anything, you know it takes a lot of work to make this happen. We're excited to be able to have a moment to learn a little bit more from some icons in pickleball tournament history. Drew's going to be talking to us now.
All right, Rusty, thanks so much. We are here with the co-founders of this amazing event, Chris Yvonne, Terry Graham, here in the License to Chill by Margaritaville. Incredible work that y'all put in to make this event possible. Do you ever just take a pause, look around, and just say, wow, what has this become?
Well, up until today, I think we've had about 30 seconds to do that. So right now, we'll look around and say, wow, this is pretty amazing.
Terry, not much time to do that. We've had some rain over the past few days, but today everything is going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, you know, even though we had rain, this still was the biggest pickleball party in the world. If you looked at the bars, you looked at Player Village, it's pouring and people are still having a heck of a time.
And it's only going to get better over the next few days. Still some great pickleball on national TV on Saturday night. They're going to blow the roof on this place.
They are. So we'll finish with the great senior pros today, and then the pros start tomorrow, and then the finals will be on Saturday.
How much do you want to thank our amazing fans, too, that have come here from all over the country and all over the world?
It's never a party without people. You know, the fans here are great. This is the biggest pickleball comeback in the history of the sport, right here in Naples, Florida.
The sport of pickleball leading the sports world back from the pandemic. Guys, thank you so much. You guys are such an inspiration. Chris Yvonne, Terry Graham. If you haven't met them, please introduce yourself before Saturday night. Rusty, let's send it back to you.
Well, thank you very much, Drew, and thank you once again, Chris and Terry. We are about to watch some more amazing pickleball. We have some icons in the women's senior pro division about to go off head-to-head. Melissa, how about these ladies?
Yeah, all four of them from the Southern California area, certainly no strangers to the grandstand. We have Hall of Famer Jennifer Lucore out here on the site, some 16 national championship titles, and MacGregor and Dawson, multiple titles themselves. So this should be a more equally matched match that we're about to see here in this gold medal final here on the Zing Zang Championship Court.
Yeah, Jennifer Lucore and Alex Hamner, both Hall of Famers, and their history as a doubles team actually was one of our very first videos, was about how to be a great doubles team, and they have been icons in the sport. And as you said, we've talked all about all of these ladies so far this week, and MacGregor and Dawson have been before. So Jennifer Lucore out of Oceanside, California, sort of near San Diego, has part of the reason she's in the Hall of Fame is medal after medal. This is just a tiny little sliver of all that she's done. Alex Hamner as well, now with Vulcan. Her partner, oh, the game has begun, so let's get right to it.
Yeah, and Jennifer Lucore and her mother, Beverly Youngren, also putting together the history of pickleball, which I think it's important to preserve that history. It's pretty special. So if you haven't seen that book, you can go to Amazon to check it out.
Side out.
Yeah, a lot of hours went into putting that together and a lot of research.
And a lot of years and a lot of travel. So we really thank them for taking the time and effort to do that.
0-1-1.
And these players are going to know each other pretty well. Rusty, I know we were looking just before the match started and when these last played, at least here in the US Open Pickleball Championships. It wasn't a medal match or anything, but they did play the last time we had the US Open here in 2019.
And being both from basically North San Diego area, they're familiar with one another's games quite a bit. Big overhead. Oh.
Point.
Cammy held that just long enough to get Lucore to commit to jumping forward at that. We'll see it again. Threaded the needle through the middle.
Point.
Alex rushed that one just a little bit, looking to try to get it down before MacGregor and Dawson could stop moving.
3-1-1.
So we get in the near court, Hamner and Lucore. Hamner in the white, Lucore in the black.
Just went wide.
Point.
When you talk about quick hands, Cammy MacGregor's got to have some of the quickest hands in the women's senior pro doubles.
Yeah, and that comes down to the paddle control that she has. She
4-1-1.
stays relaxed. The paddle's out in front. She stays nice and compact, tracks the ball with the paddle. But one thing I was going to mention in the earlier match is the varying styles between the men's senior pro and the women's senior pro. The women's senior pro move the ball around a lot more. They create the angles. On the men's side, it's more about that testosterone pickleball. We want to hit it hard and we want to go at it. So, the finesse and the touch is there, but obviously Dawson can pull the trigger and hit the ball just as hard as any male can.
6-1-1. Point.
That's an excellent example of turning defense into offense. MacGregor and Dawson stayed back at the baseline until they could get that ball down in the kitchen, came up and then became the aggressors.
All right, we're off to a quick lead of 7-1. We're going to a timeout and we'll be back soon.
The 2021 Minto US Open Pickleball Championships, powered by Margaritaville, is sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's Sporting Goods. By Zing Zang. Zing Zang, America's favorite Bloody Mary mix. By Franklin and Franklin X40, the official ball of the US Open Pickleball Championships. Skechers Arch Fit Footwear, featuring podiatrist certified arch support. And by Highlands leg cramps. Stop your cramp, not your game.
Well, we're back at another view in
15
the Zing
seconds.
Zang Championship Court. We have spectators around the
Serving team has
License to Chill Lounge by Margaritaville, and in the stands to the side, enjoying some food and beverage.
It's a very pleasant evening. Now 5:30 here in Naples, Florida.
Looking to keep Dawson and MacGregor back.
Yeah.
Second server.
And coming out of the timeout, they obviously want to stop a run, stop the momentum.
7-1-2.
See if they can find a way to not only keep them back, but keep them from being able to come into the line so that they can get into some kind of pattern that will allow them to set up some points.
Side out.
Quick hands by Lucore there, going back to
Yeah, that was a much better read right there. She tracked with the paddle really well. Paddle was out in front. Sent the energy, the power back from MacGregor straight down through the court.
If they can get some points on the board. Hamner gets it.
Second server.
And I guess did that catch the line? I know that,
Looks like they called that in.
Must have.
Hamner's asking. Steve Campbell, our referee here on center court for this match. Thanks again to all the referees that are working extremely hard at a very fast pace today, I can assure you. well over 700 matches for the day.
Side out.
MacGregor's able to dodge that ball there.
Yeah, Alex pulled the trigger on a ball that was a little close to her feet, but MacGregor did an excellent job off of a very good drop by
7-1-1.
Hamner as well, creating an angle.
Second
And that
server.
one did go wide.
Seven, 1-2. Point.
Dawson's just got so much power behind that.
Yeah.
She can hit the spots that are difficult, and obviously any ball along the waist
8-1-2.
and then paddle side hip to armpit, they're very difficult to get back.
Side out.
Dawson has another tremendous ability to be able to take balls that are very low and hit them with significant pace and spin back over to the other side of the court.
Yeah, and that comes from the tennis background. You know, understanding the use of top spin, getting underneath the ball, and having strong wrists and forearm.
Yeah.
So
We've
Second
seen,
server.
Lucore were able to break their serve, and they just lost the first serve, and so now we have one more serve to see if they can get some points on the board.
1-8-2. Side out.
yeah, and that floated through the middle. I know Alex wishes she could have that one back. You can see it on her face. How do I?
8-1-1. Second server.
Historically, Lucore was known for being
8-1-2.
quote unquote a banger, and but certainly Dawson as well has that. So it's interesting. I think Hamner and MacGregor tend to be a little bit more strategic, although all four of them can
9-1-2.
hit hard.
Side out.
That was better play from Lucore. Keeping that ball
1-9-1.
cross court, taking that ball early. Obviously, the key to hitting a good cross court dink is taking that ball early and out in front.
Second server.
And she's just really struggling right now. Several unforced errors,
1-9-2.
keeping them from being able to find a way back into this game.
Yeah, definitely. The unforced errors, and we've seen it all 5 days so far. That's the biggest thing in pickleball.
Point.
So we've seen about 3 lobs here, so certainly the lob is in effect for the game. It's really an opportunity for what I've seen here to try
2-9-2.
to get into an offensive position and push your opponents back.
Yeah, a good offensive lob can be very effective if it's timed correctly.
Nine, 2-1.
So all of a sudden, we're within 2 points of game 1.
Point. Ten, 2-1.
This is a game point.
10-2-1.
Point game, 11-2. You have 2 minutes.
And
Change
game
in,
number
please.
1 goes to Dawson and MacGregor. But stay tuned. We've had comeback after comeback all week long. Let's take a look at that last point.
Yeah, and here we have Dawson or MacGregor on a return. Then we see that blast from Jennifer, which we saw the entire game. Blast, then she's going to drop it in, being able to blast it again, and it just goes long. Taking the first game, 11-2.
And we're back for game number 2 of the Women's Senior Pro medal match.
And this is the gold medal match. And these guys are going to come out firing again, Chad. And I think Hamner and Lucore got to find a way just to weather the storm or stop the storm.
Yeah, obviously they had a discussion between matches right here. I think they need to look at creating some more angles, moving the ball around, anticipating that ball coming hard from Dawson. Know that MacGregor is going to have that touch. I already see the court coming out a little bit more aggressive, jumping in the middle of the court there, trying to poach. So it'll be interesting to see what the strategy is they discussed.
And it would help if Dawson and MacGregor would make some errors. I mean, they have.
They've done a phenomenal job of making balls.
And we have seen them all week long doing well, but characteristically right now we've seen fewer than I think any other time they've played error-wise. I mean, they're spot on.
Yeah, they're both on their game right now, and it's actually a really, really good partnership. You've got one that's the aggressor, one that's the controller, setting each other up.
And they've been partnering together for several years now in pickleball. They just have a chemistry that's unspoken. You can see it here.
Yeah, and that's one of the benefits of having that partner that you know so well. We discussed it earlier about people are locking in for a year. You don't need that verbal communication to understand the shot that's going to be hit or who's taking what ball.
Point.
Ball comes under the desk there. Shout out to one of my crew, Will Bigham. Thanks
3-0-1.
trying to get that.
Yeah, so I think that's what they got to do a little more of, Chad. That they being Lucore and Hamner got to get things and kind of control them a little more, slow them down, and try to stay out of those fast-paced rallies.
Yeah, we saw it right there. Alex did a good job of slowing it down, putting it down at the kitchen line.
Point.
Yeah, they've been playing pickleball longer than many people here at this tournament. And in those early days, we have 20, 30 point hit dink sessions. So certainly that's something that they have the skill to do.
Oh, that was a nice miss by Hamner. Ball sailing wide.
Deliberate swing and a miss.
And we talk about partnerships, so while we got a little bit of time for this before it's going to come in, but I'm going to ask this again in a minute because I know it's something that people are interested in about partnerships and not always playing with the same partner, because we've seen people, and even Dawson, have success playing with Gigi LeMaster here a couple of years ago, winning the gold. People that know how to play pickleball oftentimes can have some immediate chemistry even though they don't play together all the time, knowing strategy, position, placement, and just where to be on the court.
Yeah, and that's, like you were saying, it's not necessarily knowing the person, but if you've got the same understanding of who's covering what area of the court with what ball, typically an aggressor and somebody that's a little more controlled partner up better than two aggressors, because then you're jumping for balls, you're fighting through balls in the middle.
Hamner with her hands up in the air there. She just got their point. A little bit of a woo-woo. First one of the game.
Point.
2 in a row.
2 quick points like that can make a big difference in how you're feeling too.
Well, it starts to give you a little bit of confidence. Oh, there's 3.
Point.
And that's where you'll get on a streak with pickleball. You get on these runs where you'll pick up 3, 4, 5 points.
Point.
That looked out.
Yep.
I was going to say, MacGregor drops her paddle.
1 minute. Score is 4-4-2.
All of a sudden, we got a tie game. And we're excited to go to Drew for a special guest.
All right, thank you so much, Rusty, here in the License to Chill by Margaritaville. Who else to be with in the COO of Margaritaville, Brad Schwabel. Brad, welcome here to Naples.
Thanks, Drew. Great to be here.
Outstanding stuff. You're taking this event, you're taking it in for the first time, coming in here to Zing Zang Championship Court. What are you feeling right now?
It's amazing, Drew. I mean, I watch these ladies now. In fact, I want to get through this interview pretty quick because the game is amazing, their skill level, watching this, the energy of the crowd. I mean, it's just exciting. Hear Chris and Terry talk about throwing a party. No better party than when it's powered by Margaritaville. So thanks, Drew.
Absolutely. When you think of Margaritaville, you think of so many things: hotels, restaurants, real estate, Sirius Radio. It seems like it's just unlimited, huh?
You think about those things, but I also think about margaritas, I think about Land Shark, I think about party, I think about music. So there's some other sides of it as well. But yeah, a lot going on. And here's what I would say. Margaritaville, it's a state of mind. We got to get away, got to escape, have some fun. And I think there's been no better time than right now with everything that's gone on in the world to really celebrate, enjoy yourselves. So Margaritaville brings it to life.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Brad. Big round of applause for Brad Schwabel, COO of Margaritaville. Rusty, let's send it back to you.
Well, fantastic. Yes, thanks, Margaritaville, for your sponsorship of this amazing event. And as Brad said, let's watch the game.
Nice.
Point.
Alex hit that ball out wide to Dawson's backhand. And Dawson sped a couple of those balls up through the middle. Hamner came back over and closed very well. Was able to get that ball back into Dawson's body. Pop it up for Lucore to finish.
Uncharacteristic from the first game, we are now Hamner, Lucore leading 5-4.
And that just went long.
So we're on a 6-point run now.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, but we've really seen the difference. I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, the difference in this game is they've been able to slow it down, get to the kitchen line, get into some dink rallies, and now they're forcing some errors.
Yeah, and they're pressing. They're hitting a lot more balls to Dawson right here. They're expecting her to speed the ball up. At times it's easier to counterattack than it is to be running all over the court when somebody's creating angles on you like MacGregor does.
A couple of well-defended shots coming out on them, but the third one was just too much.
Yeah, Cammy got involved on that one.
So MacGregor just served.
Excellent drop.
Point.
So the difficulty with trying to pick up a drop shot right there, right at your toes and hold the kitchen line, it is okay to back away from the kitchen line. We have a tendency, typically we'll take a step back, stay balanced.
Second server.
Dawson went to put that away, hit the tape, and then went to kind of kick the ball over to her partner, but now she serves, tied up, 6-6.
That up.
Well, game number 2 definitely is shaping up a little bit different. And as you look to continue now, what do you see
6-1.
Dawson and MacGregor after this point needing to potentially do?
I think they're going to keep doing the same thing. They're going to not change their game. They're going to continue to be aggressive and try not to let these slower rallies put them into a situation where they're forcing errors.
Yeah, we're saying now that Lucore and Hamner are definitely expecting that harder ball coming from
7-6-1.
Dawson.
So noticing Dawson playing back quite a bit, actually. Lucore's down, but she's back up.
And that is just an unbelievable shot. And she is very successful, Jennifer Dawson, time and time again.
Dawson made the adjustment there on that one. The previous one, she'd gone more middle. On this one, she went for Lucore's left shoulder and Lucore wasn't able to get across and protect that backhand, whereas when she attacked through the middle, Hamner was able to come across and take it.
Right there, another heat. Lucore hits it off.
Yeah, Jennifer Dawson looks like she plays with 2 forehands when I'm watching her.
Well, that's what I was going to say. A lot of people talk
Score
about
is
a 2-handed
6-7-1.
backhand in pickleball, why it's better to have one. You can create angles, you can hide balls with that 2-handed backhand.
And timeout's been called. And so once again, we want to say thanks to our sponsors. We'll be back soon.
The 2021 Minto US Open Pickleball Championships, powered by Margaritaville, sponsored by Paddle Tech, the official paddle of the US Open Pickleball Championships. By Head, official footwear of the US Open Pickleball Championships. By Babolat Pickleball, join the rebellion. And by the US Open, the US Open Pickleball Championships. Save the date, April 23rd to April 30th of 2022.
Welcome back, and you have a view there of beautiful downtown Naples with shops and dining. What a wonderful city and a community for bringing this event here. Entire Convention and Visitors Bureau. So if you have a chance, come and visit beautiful Naples.
I love going downtown. Pinchers is one of my favorite restaurants, and then I can stroll down and get me some ice cream.
6-7-1.
Talk about a great night.
Tin City.
Second server.
And after that timeout in game number 2, Dawson and MacGregor are trying to
6-7-2.
take the lead like they did in game number 1.
We'll get a little help from the net.
Both teams having some discussion
7-7-2.
while they fetch the ball.
No.
Point.
And not much she could do there. She was on the retreat. She was being pushed back. Balls pushed at her feet. And that's
8-7-2.
exactly what you want to try to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Point.
Jennifer lets out a little verbal disappointment there.
9-7-2.
And now we have 2 points from game. Things have flipped.
Side out.
It's a big side out.
Seven, 9-1.
Lucore serving to Dawson.
Second server.
It does get difficult at times when you got to play like Dawson that's just relentlessly
7-9-2.
putting pressure on you, hitting those harder balls, coming at you, coming at you, coming at you.
Yeah, it just
Side
feels
out.
like you're completely under attack and just feel intense pressure the entire time. It's really a little bit hard to even loosen up.
9-7-1.
Once again, a chance to close this out.
Second server.
That was a better ball by Lucore, getting it right to the feet of Dawson. Dawson's looking for something that she
9-7-2.
can get extended on right here. She wants to be able to speed that ball up.
Wow.
Yeah, that was trouble. But wow, what some defense we just saw there.
Yeah,
We get
the
a little
crowd
reaction
liked
from the
that.
crowd. Yeah. A little round of applause for that effort.
Yeah, the different Dawson's going aggressive.
MacGregor with the overhead.
And then here we are at championship point.
10-7-2. All right, hold on. I'm going to call the score again. (10-7-2).
10-7-2 for the match.
Point.
And
Game.
there it is.
Gold medal. Jennifer Dawson.
Your gold medal winners, Cammy MacGregor and Jennifer Dawson, taking this one in two, Rusty, 11-2, 11-7. And certainly gold medal winning is nothing new to those ladies. None of those ladies actually on the court.
Well, let's take a look at that, Chad.
Yeah, we saw it again with a third shot drive by Dawson. And then just good aggressive dinks. Putting the pressure on, and Alex just missing that ball a little too wide to end the match.
I liked the strategy, though. That's why we saw a much closer game going into game
Well,
two.
here they are. Yeah, once again, our gold medal champions. We will be back with a ceremony in a moment. So we are back, and there's an interesting view aerial of some of the amazing Deco Turf courts. So there we go. I didn't even know where we were. Right to the side of Zing Zang Championship Court with that awning. This place is amazing, and we're excited to be coming back to you with some medal presentations from Drew.
All right, thank you very much, Rusty. Here on Zing Zang Championship Court, now time to present the medals. Second place and then first place for women's senior pro doubles. In second place, let's welcome in the legendary duo of Jennifer Lucore and Alex Hamner. Well done, ladies. As always, we have a check for you. Brad from Margaritaville will present it along with our medals first.
Congratulations.
And our check as well, second place, women's senior pro. Congratulations. Ladies, well done. Jennifer Lucore, Alex Hamner, thanks again. And now it's time to award our gold medalists. Cammy MacGregor, Jennifer Dawson. Ladies, an amazing job once again. Before we get all of our goodies, watched you guys play all week. Cammy, you have been unbelievable this week.
Well, thank you. I have an amazing partner. That's why I've been playing unbelievable. And I had Irina in the split age, so that made me have an amazing partner, and I played well. So I got some great partners.
Jennifer, you have been here so many times as well, so many titles. What does this one mean with Cammy?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I have the world's best partner, and it's always fun to be out here with a friend and have a blast.
You guys took down a duo too, one of the most well-known duos on the female side, in Hamner and Lucore. So anytime you face them, it's got to be fun, huh?
Oh my gosh. Well, we live right, 20 minutes from each other. So they're a tough competition, and, you know, they're legends in the game. So to go against them, it's an honor, and, you know, it's always fun to play against them.
All right, great stuff. All right, time for the medals. And Brad from Margaritaville is going to present you with the gold medals. We've also got other goodies as well. Of course, License to Chill access for next year. Although we know you guys will be playing in this once again next year. We got head hats. We got head sweat hats. We've got head shoes as well coming your way. And we've also got the grand prize. Nice check for you as well for $3,000.